last name on the spines of over 200 novels. That's an incredible number. With over 1 billion copies of her book sold in 69 countries and 43 languages across the world. People like it. She's the best-selling American fiction author in history. If you include the rest of the world, only a few authors you may have heard of, Agatha Christie and Shakespeare, have outsold her. Her latest novel is called The Devil's Daughter. It's out now. Please welcome Danielle Steel. My pillow fell and I was like very tall. I was like, wait. How are you? It's an honor to have you here.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
You are incredible. I mean, what I just said before you entered is an insane statement. I don't know if you still take that in, like just the footprints you leave behind in life.
It seems crazy to me too.
The legacy, yes.
I know.
I understand that you've always been an observer in life. You were kind of shy, always observing. You kind of use that in your writing, right?
Yes. Well, I love observing what people are doing in the dynamic, but you have to be outside of the action. If you're doing
really
the
taking
observing.
it all in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lesson for me, just to be quiet. So you were a teacher once, which I actually did not know, but I heard that you did this thing, and I read about it, is the trust experiment?
Yes.
I think it's brilliant.
It was great fun.
Yeah.
I hated teaching, I have to be honest.
It's hard.
I was in my early 20s. I was smaller than everyone in the class, almost as young. I taught high school seniors.
Yeah.
But the thing that I did was I called it a trust walk. And as a writer, you're telling people a story and what's gone on. But if you don't give them all the details, they feel lost. And I hate books like that. You know, who is this and how are they there and where are we and what day is this? And so I would make them in pairs and blindfold one of them.
Yeah.
And the other one had to walk them around school for 2 or 3 hours and say, you know, there's 2 steps and who's here and Jane and Tommy are over there. And they, of course, didn't inform themselves. They were falling downstairs and walking into walls.
Oh, no.
But it really told them how it feels to be the reader and not know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So it worked. It was a lot of fun.
I think it's a brilliant idea. And even to describe how the art of writing in that sense, of really how to be descriptive, and you're really shorting the reader by not doing that.
I have to admit, it creeps into my real life because as a writer, I always want to answer all of your questions. Yeah. And so if I write a letter to somebody, I give all these details and they're like, oh, shut up and tell me why you work with me.
Well, let's talk about your new book. It's called The Devil's Daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's it about?
It's about a sociopath, or a couple of them, actually, and I was intrigued in real life how there are people who pretend to be something that they're not and that they're not trained for. And there have been some recent stories of people who did that very successfully and took in billions of dollars and fooled people who are experienced in the field. So it's about a sociopath, 2 of them, and a big scam that they do. And it's, in theory, about a good sister and a bad sister. But it is really about these sociopaths who convince people in a medical vein that there's something they're not. And
which is so scary.
It is so scary, but it is so, people like that are so convincing.
Yeah.
So it's about sociopaths, really.
So just a real light read.
Very happy.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, we need to take a quick break. Y'all, Danielle's latest book, The Devil's Daughter, is out now. And everyone in our audience is going home with a copy. You're welcome.